He had always kept his phone beside him, even when he slept. Not because he was addicted to it, but because he was waiting. Waiting for a call he believed would come. Waiting for a voice he longed to hear. Waiting for the day his son would finally remember him. Every night he'd wipe the screen gently with a small cloth, as if polishing that one object could somehow bring his son closer. His friends often asked, "Why do you keep your phone on so late?" He'd just smile and say, "You never know when a child remembers his father." His name was Samuel Hayes. He once had everything: a loving wife, 2 sons, a home filled with laughter. But life has a quiet way of taking pieces away. His wife, Eleanor, passed away 6 winters ago, her hands still warm in his as she whispered, "Take care of the boys." Even when they forget, and he had been holding on to that promise every day since. His elder son, Michael, lived in another state, busy with a demanding job and a new family. His younger son, Ethan, lived nearby, but emotionally he was miles away. Still, Samuel never complained. He cooked simple meals, kept the house dust-free, and sat on the porch every evening with 2 cups of tea, one for the son he hoped would drop by. The neighbors saw him smile, but they also saw the sadness behind his eyes. His routine was predictable. Wake up, check the phone, make breakfast, walk to the store, and then wait. Always waiting. One morning, he woke with a strange heaviness in his chest. He reached for his phone. No missed calls. No messages. He sighed, whispering to himself, "Maybe today." He made breakfast and placed an extra plate on the table, a gentle ritual that made him feel less alone. That afternoon, he went out for groceries. The weather was chilly, and his coat wasn't thick enough, but he didn't mind. The little girl even handed him a flower she'd picked from the sidewalk. He placed it carefully in his pocket, close to his heart. The world hadn't forgotten him. Only his children had. Back home, he made tea and sat in his favorite chair by the window. He watched the cars pass, imagining one might stop, and his son would step out with love in his arms. Like every other day, no one came. He picked up his phone and scrolled through old messages. 4 years ago, Dad, I'll come soon. 3 years ago, sorry, work is crazy. Next month, I promise. Last year, happy birthday, Dad. After that, silence. Typed a new message, stared at it, then deleted it. He didn't want to be a burden. Late afternoon turned into evening. Samuel heated a bowl of soup and placed Eleanor's old shawl around his shoulders. The house felt cold. Not from the weather, but from the absence of voices. I sat back in his chair and closed his eyes, just for a moment. He didn't notice his breathing slow. He didn't notice the soup getting cold. Didn't notice the phone buzzing softly on the table, a vibration he had waited years to hear. The call came at 8:42 p.m. It was Michael. "Hey, Dad. Sorry I've been busy. Was thinking we could visit this weekend. The kids miss you. Call me back, okay?" But Samuel didn't answer. He couldn't. The phone buzzed again. And again, at 9:00 p.m., Michael sent a text. "Dad, are you awake?" But Samuel's eyes remained peacefully closed. His breathing had stopped gently, like a candle flame flickering one last time. When the neighbors found him the next morning, he was still sitting in his chair, a soft smile on his face. Beside him lay his phone. The screen showed 5 missed calls. All from Michael. When Michael arrived later that day, ready to surprise his father, he saw the gathering of neighbors and the sorrow in their eyes. He rushed inside, calling out, "Dad? Dad? Where are you?" Then he saw him, motionless in the chair. Michael froze. The flowers in his hands slipped to the floor. He dropped to his knees and held his father's still hands. Hands that had once carried him. Hands he hadn't held in years. "Dad, I called you," Michael whispered, his voice breaking. "I called you. You didn't answer." He picked up the phone. The screen lit up. 5 missed calls. His calls. His too late efforts. A choked sob escaped him. His tears fell onto the phone, onto the shawl, onto the hands that would never hold him again. "Dad, I'm sorry," he cried. "I should have come earlier. Should have called." He looked around the small home. Every corner held a piece of his father's love. The extra plate on the table. 2 cups of tea. The untouched birthday gift. Michael buried his face in his father's lap and sobbed like he hadn't cried in years. A neighbor whispered he waited every day for that one call. Days later, after the funeral, Michael sat by the grave, staring at the name on the stone. Samuel Hayes. Beloved husband, loving father, He scrolled through his father's last message. Hope you're doing well, son. 6 simple words. A love he hadn't returned. Michael wiped his tears and whispered into the cold wind, I promise, Dad. I won't let my kids feel what I made you feel. But the only answer was the rustling of leaves. Some calls come too late. Some regrets live forever. Some fathers love quietly until their last breath. Thank you for watching. Yes. If this story touched you, please share it. You never know who might need to see it today.